it's a new era in Finnish hockey.
Sebastian Aho back to Puljärvi, scores!
This is what skill can do for you.
Laine with the one-timer, score!
This building's going to have a lot of excitement with these two guys playing.
Still has it, throws it to the front, score!
What a play by Patrick Laine.
Slap shot, score! Blast from the line by Patrick Koch. There's another chance at front, score!
And the Slovaks are ready to take advantage.
Day 5 of the World Junior Hockey Championship, and inside Hartwell Arena, it is Teemu time. All about Teemu Selanne as he's honored for his international play. He's a Helsinki native, and they went absolutely wild for him. How about 6 Olympics? All-time leading points leader in those Olympics. 76 goals in his rookie career. He is the grade 8 in Finland. We'll have more on that ceremony later on in the show. Coming inside the studio, our second game today on TSN. Brian Mudryk joined by Dave Reed. It is Finland taking on Slovakia. We know this, Slovakia for sure into the quarterfinals. Meantime, Finland won gold in 2014. They would love to do so again. And for the most dynamic player in the tournament, look no further than Finland. So far, it's been all Jesse Puljärvi. He leads the tournament in points. Sebastian Aho, 4 points as well. Patrick Laine, he's been dominant, 4 points. However, some other players on the roster have to step things up. And for more on that, we go to Dennis Bayak and Craig Button.
We've talked a lot about the one line for this Finland team, and a lot of eyes are on that line, but there's another line for this team with a couple of AHLers on it.
Yeah, and most importantly, 19-year-old players. If this is a 19-year-old tournament, then Team Finland needs their 19-year-old players to get going offensively. Kasperi Kapanen certainly is capable. He's had some chances, but some inconsistent play has plagued him. Then you go to Mikko Rantanen, who has been pretty good in the American League. In fact, very good in the American League. A real good player for Finland last year. He needs to make good on his scoring chances. And then Rupa Hintz, the second rounder to the Dallas Stars. They're all returning players. They're all capable. You can't just put all the scoring on those young kids. These guys need to find the net.
Bit of a bounce-back game for Finland coming off that loss to Russia. Brian?
Thanks, guys. They blew that 3-1 lead to Russia as well. It's only fitting, though, on Teemu Selanne night that we talk about maybe the next Finnish flash, and that's Puljärvi. Him and Laine have been so dominant and a lot of fun to watch in this tournament.
They really have been. Teaming up with Carolina's second-round pick, Sebastian Aho, and this line has been the predominant scorers for Finland in the tournament. And you can see this is Bob McKenzie's consensus top 10 drafts picks coming up for the 2016 draft at the tournament. You see number 2, Jesse Puljärvi, number 3, Patrick Laine, another player, number 7, the top defenseman is also on Finland. Olli Juolevi has been playing very well in London, also playing well in this tournament. But the key up front is Jesse Puljärvi. He's a big man. He moves the puck extremely well. His line mate, Patrick Laine, these two guys are 17 years old. Puljärvi is 6'3", Laine is 6'4". Laine is more of the scorer, plays with a little bit of an edge, isn't afraid to get his nose dirty. We saw that in a little bit of a wrestling match in the last game with Russia. But these two guys, along with Sebastian Aho, are a force. They started out so strong against Russia. Give Russia credit. They were able to shut them down, come back and win the game. But I would suspect Slovakia will have their hands full with this young line. Remember, these two players that we talk about are only 17 years old.
Slovakia could be in some trouble. They have no power play goals, and they have the worst penalty kill in the tournament. Add that up, it could be a long game. What a great ceremony for Teemu Selanne. He is the grade 8 in Finland. The ceremony just wrapping up. Of course, we'll have much more on his jersey honoring later. Puck drop coming up.
The 2016 IIHF World Junior Hockey Championship from Helsinki, Finland is brought to you by Esso. The Esso brand has fueled Canada's love of hockey for over 30 years. By RBC, let nothing get in the way of your Sunday. By Nike, official gear of Canada's national hockey team. And by TELUS, the biggest fans of Canada's biggest game. The 2016 IIHF World Junior Hockey Championship from Helsinki, Finland is brought to you by Chevrolet's new Power of Play hockey program.
A great battle here on Teemu Selanne Day. It's the starting goalies, brought to you by Chevrolet. Find new roads. Kaapo Kähkönen gets the start instead of Vehviläinen, and Adam Huska could be busy in this one. Let's go off to Helsinki. Dennis and Craig with the call.
A terrific ceremony for Teemu Selanne here at Hartwall Arena. And now we're getting set to play some hockey as Finland back on the ice here, the home team. A bounce-back game for them, perhaps. And their head coach, Jukka Jalonen, the 53-year-old, after the tough defeat against Russia the other night when they had the 3-1 lead. And behind the bench for Team Slovak, Ernest Bakros, born in the Czech part of the former Czechoslovakia, played and coached in the Slovak region and is now in behind their bench. Referees for tonight's game: Alexei Anisimov from Russia, Christopher Patosia from the United States, and your linesman from Slovakia, Matej Rybar, and from the United States, Brian Oliver. So Finland with the opportunity here to pick up another win and try and keep Russia in their sights. Russia, of course, plays tomorrow, as does Finland. Finland will close out against the Czech Republic tomorrow night. And Russia had the day off today, Craig, and they will play tomorrow afternoon against Slovakia. So Slovakia will get the bit of a short turnaround. The 6 o'clock game here tonight, the 4 o'clock game tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, Russia gets a good break. You know, they get a day off, play a game, day off, quarterfinal. If they win that, they get a day off. So certainly you think about the days off in between some demanding games. It worked out really well for Russia if they can get into that medal round beginning on January 4th.
And look at the standings. Tomorrow night's game, really, between the Czech Republic and Finland is shaping up to be a big contest.
Unless Finland loses.
Unless Finland loses, which you know these goaltenders better than I do. Vinny Vehviläinen has been their #1 guy, but it is Kaapo Kähkönen who is getting the start in this game tonight. Sweden up on Denmark, by the way, 3-0 in the game over at the other arena. Jaros as this one is underway. Tried to snap it through. Kanata got blocked at center ice. Pujärvi goes after it. Jesse Pujärvi plays it back. Grabbed off by Millie. Millie trying to center. He got pushed off the puck, trying to get some help there from Matus Sukal. And Juraj Siska plays this back to the line for Jaros. Christian Jaros, the slap shot that went wide. Sukal chases it to the far side. Millie in on the forecheck as well. And turned back up the ice, and Finland on the attack early. Aho chasing it in behind the net. Tried to work that out front for Laine. That got deflected out, and it's back out at center. And Finland will start its first change of the hockey game.
You know, that line of Laine, Aho, and Pujärvi, I mean, they get the puck in the defensive zone, and already they become somewhat of a threat. And the more they move up ice, the greater that threat becomes. It's a pretty impressive weapon.
They move as a trio, and they move quickly. Shot from the right side. That goes wide. Adam Huska, not a surprise, getting the start in nets for Slovakia. This is going to be an icing call against Slovakia, and the face-off will come back.
Well, both these teams had a day off, so it's a reset. And for Adam Huska, you know, you're playing in the USHL. You're basically playing a weekend schedule. Very rare that you would play 3 games in 3 days. 3 and 4s are almost unheard of. So a day's rest is good.
Nattinen wins the face-off, gets it back, and the wrist shot from Nico Mikola. And that's grabbed and held.
Adam Huska is just a real good, I mean, you can't win without good goaltending. You can lose because of it, but you can't win without it. And it doesn't have to be brilliant stand-on-your-head goaltending. And Adam Huska gives them really good, solid, stable, reliable goaltending.
Julius Nantonen wins another face-off, and Kapanen, as that one bounced dangerously at the side of the net.
And Jalonen, the coach, he took Kapanen off the line with Rupe Hintz and Mikko Rantanen during the game against Russia, and he stayed here with Kapanen playing with Sorella and Rantanen.
There's a turnover and a glove save, and a good one by Adam Huska on the quick release there from Kapanen. Sorella being watched in the corner by Chernik. Kapanen goes on the loose puck. Finland trying to get a line change in, sent around the boards. Hintz is on it, lost control of it. Left hand tried to leave it for Siska. It's intercepted, redirect in front of the net. Finland certainly with a bit of a jump to this game. Kalaputis plays it back at the line. Keskatello tried to get it to the front of the net. It was blocked. Hintz with the shot, and the save made by Huska.
Yeah, well, Kasperi Kapanen on a new line. He finds himself wide open. Good pressure here, and they step in. You can see right inside. Siska turns it over, and a quick shot by Kapanen, but just over the net. Great setup by Julius Nantonen.
Battle in behind the net.
Kalaputis moves into this line. He hadn't played at all through the first two games, so obviously Jukka Jalonen wants to get some of his energy into that group and energize Rupe Hintz and Mikko Rantanen.
Played in deep from the blue line. To the front of the net is Rantanen in. Good opportunity there for Hintz. And that got blocked as Hintz drives it to the net. Hintz stays on it. He tried to slip that down for Rantanen, but it is intercepted. And Mate Morvacek will clear, but it's intercepted, and another scoring chance. This one from Bjorkqvist. And Slovakia having some difficulty getting out of its own zone. Now cleared all the way down the ice. At center and no further. And stopped in behind the net is Kappa Kukkonen, has seen a lot of the action at the other end of the ice. Sikkonen sends it in, cleared out at center ice, dumped back into the Finland zone. Sopen into the backboards, takes a bit of a bump, trying to get a handle on it as Bjorkqvist. Kept in at the blue line there. Is trying to hold the line as Sloboda does. Now some body contact. We have an injured player and indefinite discomfort on the ice.
That's Sopanen, the defenseman, and he is in a lot of distress.
That does not look good.
No, it certainly doesn't.
A pile up along the boards, and they're going to, I'm guessing they're going to call for the stretcher here immediately. This is not just a little bit of a bruise.
No, it isn't. He's in incredible pain and discomfort. They're trying to get him settled down. Take some deep breaths. But he was immediately pointing to his knee. And I'm sure when we see this replay, we're going to see the situation and see where it gets caught. You can see him get right there. Right there. Yep, it's the outside left leg, it looks like. He just gets caught up there, and then he plants. You can see the left side of the leg, the left leg rather.
So a good round of applause from a sold-out building as Sopanen makes his way to the Finland dressing room. And we'll keep an eye on that. Another collision just inside the line. Sebastian Aho goes in after it. Tries to leave it there for Jesse Puljujärvi. Puljujärvi at the blue line. Played down low by Tolulo. And now carried back out through center ice. Sukal plays it in deep, goes to the backboards along with Uelevi. And out at center ice where Chernik is on it for Slovakia. Plays it for Koch, and Koch will send it in. Players changing, so plenty of time for Joni Tolulo to set it up. He will turn 20 on January 1st. So close he is to not being eligible for this tournament.
Jeff Carter was like that, 1985 born January 1st.
Turnover at the line, Nantonen trying to take it down low, get some support there from Sorella. Back to the blue line, into the slot area, and a backhand try by Kapanen, and that got blocked. Good hit on the far side as Siska just got drilled. Chernik plays this out at center. No room there for Sadecki. And Finland back to regroup. Turned over at the side of the net. Kristitsky in on the forecheck, knocks it free. Josef Huna gives chase on the far side as well. But it's cleared back, and Rupe Hintz carries in. Chernik takes him to the backboards. Around to the right point. Good job there to hold it in and shovel back down low. Hintz plays it behind the net. Creeping in from the line, just waiting for it was Sariardi. It never came to him. Back for Casticello, and now for Sariardi. A redirect, a deflection, and up into the catching glove of Adam Huska.
Kasperi Kapanen had a very good scoring chance on his first shift of the game, and he followed it up here, getting in right down the lane in a backhand that gets kind of blocked away. But that's a sign of things that come for Finland and Kasperi Kapanen. That's good news. Keep building on that consistency. He's capable of getting those types of chances and generating them, and now obviously they'd like to see him finish on them.
Can Slovakia skate with Finland?
No.
There's a shot from the near side. Pospisil, who's had a good tournament. When Finland decides to crank it up, they can go.
Yeah, they can. And there's Kaapo Kähkönen, big goaltender. He played at the under-18 here when it was in Finland. He was part of the Finnish team that really didn't play very well, the 1996 group at that tournament.
Scored 2 goals last year. Kähkönen did. In the corner, controlled by Slovakia. Polako knocked down at the side of the net, gets up, gets back into the battle. Uelevi knocks it free, and Sebastian Aho sends it ahead for Puljujärvi. Puljujärvi, Aho's alone in front as he pulled away from the back-checking of Sadecki. At the line, kept in. Laine drops off for Sebastian Aho. Aho trying to get it for Puljujärvi. Now back to the blue line, and this goes off a skate. And back into the Finnish zone it goes. Stolen at center ice. Sukal, the long wrist shot. And Kähkönen makes the save and hangs onto it. So we saw the injury to Eetu Sopanen. And now the trainer comes over and having a little chat now with the coach. And I would guess that is an update on the Finnish defenseman.
Yeah. Know how your rotation is going to work now?
Yeah. Be down to 5.
Oh, they have 7 dressed.
Oh, 7 dressed. Correction. So they'll be able to insert and stick with the rotation. Siska out to take the face off against Sorella. Krusek is after it. Comes back to the blue line. Makes its way all the way down the ice. Huska plays it ahead. Romanchuk gets it to the Finnish blue line no further. And Mikkola starts with the long right side pass. Nantonen feeds it over. Pass back to the front of the net for Nantonen. That got steered away. Big hit. In behind the net is Kapanen. Stepped into his man. That was a good clean check on Mayer. Oh, there's a big hit. No call on that. And looked like Lestan may have left his feet on the hit. As this one gets physical. Another hit in the corner. And another hit in front of the net. As Sorella takes his man down. Here comes Chernik. And his shot to the short side. Save made by Kakkonen. And he'll hang on to it. As the animosity in this one gets going a little early.
Well, at the end of every year, they have the hit parade, top 100. We're going to show you a few of them. There's Kapanen with a big hit, and then going back here's Lestan with the big hit. And
boy,
doesn't stop there as Sorella. That's a second big hit of the game. Kapanen's had 3 really good shifts. Scoring chance right off the bat, scoring chance on a second shift, and then really invested there physically on the third shift. So they need that from Kasperi Kapanen. I think when he's engaged like this, his entire game grows. And when it grows, he becomes that much more dangerous. And not a problem with Kasperi's competitiveness, just staying consistent. And how many times do you have to say that? I mean, that's part of maturity in young players. That's
referee Anisimov went over and had a little discussion at the bench. Sadecki dishes it off in the corner, tried to get it back, intercepted. Hintz plays it ahead. Here comes Rantanen. Rantanen trying to get it to the front of the net, and the shot that just went wide. Rantanen had Kalapudis with him. Rantanen now after it along with Ivanitz in his first game for Slovakia. Blast from the line by Sariarvi, and that did not miss by much. Finland has had some good chances where they've not been able to hit the target with their shots. Another big hit, and now we're going to get a penalty. Kalapudis looks like he is being called for boarding.
not a good penalty. I get that you want to play physical. That's not a good penalty. I mean, you come across here and along the boards. He's not near the net. He's not in the scoring. Here's the play here earlier. Rupa Hintz makes a great little short pass, and then Mikko Rantanen just takes it outside, inside, and shoots off the move, but just misses the far side.
So power play for Slovakia.
And I don't think there's such a thing as a good penalty. I said it's not a good penalty. That's an ill-advised position to put yourself in to take a penalty.
Now the players may have felt after that hit by Lestan that got let go. Maybe it was going to be whatever happens, happens. Let the boys play the game. Chance in front, score! Power play goal, Slovakia. And they get the game's opening goal. Boy, Finland's penalty killing has struggled.
Yes, it has. You know, the Russians ate them up on the power play. And now, again, the penalty, it's on the rush. They're able to get into the zone unimpeded without a real challenge. And then the Slovaks are able to get it set up. And you see them get down low, and then the big shot comes through. And Kakkonen is trying to find the puck. But if there's one area of Kakkonen's game where he really needs a lot of work, it's lateral movement. You can see where he really gets caught up, locked in, not free in the hips. And if you're not free in the hips and able to move freely side to side, you're going to struggle on plays like that. That's certainly what happened there with Kakkonen.
That was a great pass across and great patience by Sukel to not get into the pile, just wait on that backside. And the pass came to him, and a 1-0 power play goal here for Slovakia.
And you're right, stay out of the fray. You don't have to jam up the net.
Tulola ahead for Aho. Aho takes it wide on Koch. Aho trying to drop it back. There would have been a high stick, but Pospisil picks it up for Slovakia. got stopped before he could get a shot away. Kelowna feeds it across, and boy, ULAV just got rocked.
Too many men on the ice penalty led to the tying goal against Russia. Offensive zone penalty led to the fourth goal for Russia. Now you got a penalty here in an area where it doesn't matter. So the penalty killing isn't good, but they got to get a lot better discipline through their entire group.
Penalty killing came into the game, killing off 5 of 8. The 3 goals against came against Russia. So they have now killed off 5 of 9. So that percentage that was at 62 is going to take a bit of a hit. And that's the first power play goal in 8 tries for Slovakia. Finland down 1. Nantonen tried to turn around and get a shot away. Kapanen's down in the high slot. Nantonen has the puck. Nantonen trying to get it down for Sorella. Cross ice speed and a shot by Sorella, and that got steered away.
Nice right pad kick save by Huska. Right out to the top of the crease and read it perfectly.
Back up the ice. Krusek gets it into the Finland zone, turns, heads to the bench for the change, and Niku. The Winnipeg draft pick, the long lead pass, trying to find Sorella. Sorella couldn't pick that up cleanly. And cleared back out at center. Sorella, a New York Ranger pick, but also a KHL pick here by the team in Jokerit. So he may have some decisions to make. Rupe Hintz on the backhand. Another right pad save made by Huska. Back across for Sadecki, and a cross-ice pass as Sadecki was trying to find Huna. And a good defensive play, good stick there, and that deflects up and down a play.
Well, again, this line has been good. Rupe Hintz has made a couple of really good plays, and here he gets a scoring chance. You see Kalaputis just kind of swing a little bit past the net, and if you can stop there instead of going past, you might have an opportunity.
Sweden wins over Denmark 5-0, so Sweden clinches top spot. There's a shot, score! They're having a conversation whether it was in or not. The other question is, was there people in the crease?
Well, right away, you can see that Alexei Anisimov, the referee, says, get me on the phone. Dial him up. I need to hear what's happening.
The players in front right off the get-go as Surovi wins this draw. And there is a player in the crease, that being Radovan Bondra.
But did it go in the net? Did it even go in the net?
Well, we'll get an idea right here.
Yeah, yep. Right off the middle, right off the camera.
And Kescatello tied up with Bondra.
No, he's out when the puck goes in. I don't think it's about in the crease. I don't think he knew if it hit the crossbar or the camera. But it's definitely in the net.
So this should be a good goal. Ladislav Romanchuk with the shot off the face-off win by Surovi. And the fans here at Hartwall Arena in somewhat disbelief as to what has happened here in the first 11 minutes and 55 seconds of this opening period. A power play goal by Matus Sukel. And now the shot from the line that looked as though it may have changed directions. The shot off the stick of Ladislav Romanchuk, the big 6'5" D-man. And they are still having a video review, but from the vantage point that we have and what we've seen in the replay, it's a goal, and that is what is signaled right now by the referee, Alexei Anisimov. 2-0 Slovakia.
Well, maybe the Finns are going to go about it a different way in this one. Instead of getting ahead, they'll fall behind.
Yes, we saw that other plan the other night when they jumped ahead of Russia 3-0 and then ended up losing by a score of 6-4. Slovakia and Finland each have 3 points in their pool. Czech Republic now has 7. Both Slovakia, well, in fact, all 3. There's a chance. There's a save by Huska. All 4 of those top 4 teams will play tomorrow. It's the last place team, Belarus, that will go to the qualifying round that has the off day tomorrow. Mayer takes a hit, plays the puck around the boards. And Sikkonen in there with a good hit. Bjorkqvist tries to drive that to the net. He got spun around. And Slovakia certainly with some confidence. There's the long wrist shot from Pospisil, and that is grabbed and held. Well, a building that was loud, alive, looking for a night of entertainment after the Teemu Selanne ceremony. Boy, that mood has changed here at Hartwall. We've had 1 injured player. We may have another injured player. Jesse Puljärvi limps his way to the Finland bench. Boy, this night is turning from bad to worse for Finland. Now it gets turned over, and Polaka's shot, that just missed off the glove of Kakkonen.
Well, they've lost the face-off, and Christian Jaros can pound that puck. And Puljärvi gets out there and blocks it or gets hit by it, but that's not a pleasant position to be in when Jaros is shooting it.
Laine in a battle in behind the net. Viku there as well. Puck is loose. Milli's waiting for it. Doesn't get to him. Sent down low by Sukel, and that got picked off, and Laine sends it ahead for Kapanen. Kapanen will slide it back into his own zone. Keskatello's on it. And all the way back in behind the Finland net. Now Keskatello up for Nanttinen.
Should have been too many men on the ice. They missed it. That guy, he was looking to give it to Kapanen, and then the guy jumped on. Officials missed it. Too many men.
Taken in behind the net by Sorella. Sorella gets knocked down by Koch. And now there will be a penalty coming to Slovakia. Kakkonen heads to the bench. Big Lestan with another solid jolt. Back in behind the play. So a delayed penalty. And Laine in with a hard shot. And that got steered away. Rantanen in the corner. Now play is called. And there is a holding penalty coming to Koch. And a power play here for Finland.
Well, Patrick Koch ends up getting on the wrong side of Alexei Sorella and tackles him right down. And then here's the face-off win. It comes right back, and then Puljärvi just comes out, and he is trying to block it, but Christian Jaros can shoot it.
Ernest Bakros, the coach of the Slovakian team, looked like he was kind of telling his players to be careful on those line changes. So I think he realized what you said, Craig. They had too many men on the ice. Spun around the boards by Rantanen. Kapanen back at the line. Puljärvi plays it across. Puljärvi gets it back. Wrist shot. Getting a piece of that was Huska. Kapanen in the corner. Puljärvi back for Kapanen. Kapanen back for Puljärvi, looking for Kalaputis, gets it to him. Near side, Kapanen! And I'm not sure if that went off the stick or just Huska coming across lost his stick.
Well, again, you're going to see Kasperi Kapanen, kind of double clutch, but definitely gets onto the stick here. You can see him getting over there up on the top part of the upper part above the paddle, but remember when Kaprizov scored? There was no hesitation. There was no double clutch.
Laine cross ice score!
And there was no double clutch there either.
Sebastian Aho. And that is a big goal for Finland.
Yes, it is. And they work the play to perfection. Off the face-off, gain control, and then they open it right up. Sorella with the clean face-off, Puljujärvi on it, across the line, and yes, we're going to have to come up with a Huey, Dewey, Louie nickname for these three because... But you see how he gets them short side. If he double clutches there like Kapanen did, forget it. You're not scoring. When the goaltenders read it and they're quick enough to move across, and that's... Even though Husky got a stick on it, Kapanen's got to shoot that right off the pass.
So number one, good news on that is it's a power play goal for Sebastian Aho. Number two, good news is Jesse Puljujärvi was back on the ice.
And a great play. Right off the face-off, he was on it. Ready to make the play off the face-off, find that loose puck, and then they can get to work.
Turned over by Kakinen, and Sorovi got the shot away. And Kakinen makes the save. What a feed through the seam, and what a goal, what a shot.
Yeah, it really is. And again, how quickly they recognize they have an opportunity. You know, it's one thing to have this, like the speed and the skill, but if they recognize this is an opportunity and they get themselves ready.
Aho a +4 coming into the game. That won't be a plus because it came on a power play. His 5th point of the tournament. 2 goals and 3 assists.
Puljujärvi's 7th point.
Yes.
Laine's 5th.
So they now changed the second Slovakia goal to Radovan Bondra, who was the player that was right on the doorstep. Back in for Finland. Bjorkqvist takes it wide. Bjorkqvist tied up in the corner by Patrick Meyer. At the line, Nikyu's going to hold it in. Cuts it to the middle. Doesn't shoot it. Leaves it at the line. And the slap shot from Mikkola got blocked.
Great save, though, as they picked up the loose puck by Husky again, picking out that right pad.
Boy, almost too many men on the ice for Finland. Back it across. Laine right back out. Toe drag backhand. Misses the net. Polacco for Slovakia to center. Sukel couldn't handle it. Polacco follows up on the play. And Puljujärvi gets his stick in front of that.
Closed captioning is brought to you by the Home Depot. For the ultimate power play, come to the place with top brands at unbeatable prices. Let's do this.
I love what Jukka Jalonen did. He came right back with Aho, Puljujärvi, and Laine right after they had scored. He says, okay, let's get after it.
A big power play goal after Slovakia had a power play goal and then a deflection in front by Bondra to grab that 2-0 lead. Finland has lost defenseman Eetu Sopanen as he went down awkwardly at the line earlier in this game. As take a look at Julius Napnen. Takes a lot of face-offs for his team. He does pretty well in the face-off department.
Yeah.
As the teaching continues behind the Team Finland bench.
One thing that you have to have as a coach, you have to have a calming influence. You know, you fall behind 2-0. Obviously, it's not something you plan for, you want to see happen. But once it's done, it's how you move forward from it. It's how you allow your players to free up to get back to the task at hand. And that's what separates. The coaches know the X's and O's. The real top ones know how to keep things settled.
Juraj Siska gets it down low. And the shot from Prusik goes off a stick wide, cleared down the ice. And this is going to be an icing call against Finland.
And I put Jukka Jalonen in the class of the really good coaches. And, you know, interestingly, yesterday I believe we were at breakfast talking about first assist, second assist, third. And, you know, every play is different. Alexis Sorella is not going to get an assist on that power play goal, but he starts it by winning the faceoff. So there's a point where maybe a third assist should be handed out. But
Finland to the attack, right pad save, Huska to Lola. Carries in, puts it in behind the net. Sorella trying to get it to Kapanen. That gets intercepted. Ivanich, and he'll clear this out at center and back to the Finland blue line. Tulola getting double teamed there. Had to be careful with that. As Dominic Ristinsky is in on the attack. And there's a wrist shot. That went up into the netting. But they did not spot it. Play goes on. Tulola plays it behind the net. Sorella goes after it. Rantanen back for Sorella. Sorella got dumped. Crowd reacted. No call. And now
Sadecki ended up getting hurt. He was reaching in, and I don't know if he got hit in the head or through the arm, but
boy, this has been a tough start to this game.
Sure has. You can see Sorella come through here and
that right knee.
Yeah, maybe the left leg too. Ends up getting caught underneath him right there as he falls on him.
Lots on the line, and the players understand that. The intensity level has been very good in this game. We knew it would be. And as a result, it's been very physical. And we've had some injuries. We've had some big-time hits in this game. So he will get helped off the ice. And the coaches will be forced to do some juggling. Sadecki, a key face-off guy coming into the game tonight, has won 11 of 16 that he has taken. We just talked about the importance of face-offs, so
led to 2 goals in this game.
Will be an opportunity for someone else to step up. Bealey couldn't get a stick on it. Came to the front of the net, and Huska jammed it away from Rantanen before he could get a stick on it. Kept in. Good back check there. Good stick lift by Rupe Hintz. Out to the front, and Huska big-time save off Kalaputis. Millie carries down the right side. Never could get a shot away. Polaka is after it. Spun around. Niku stays with him. Came to the side of the net. Controlled now. Trying to center it with Sukal. He goes to the far side boards with Hintz. In the final minute of the opening period, Niku winds it through center. Rantanen takes the pass. Tried to jam a backhand to the front of the net. It got blocked. Kalaputis on the loose puck. Kalaputis will leave it. Niku in from the line. And now Slovakia content to just clear it down the ice. There won't be any icing as getting back there quickly is Cascatello.
And again, 30 seconds left in the period. Aho, Puljujärvi, and Laine come out.
Sarajärvi had it at his own line, lost it. A bouncer that Kakinen has to be very careful with. And he will hang on to it, and with 16.5 left, it forces a face-off in the Finland zone.
Adam Huska reads this play perfectly, and he has to. He reads it, and then he gets moving out to try to close down the net. When you read the play, you can move into position and try to close down the net. If you're guessing or you're not following the play, you're not dialed in with your eyes, you're back and you're more vulnerable. Adam Huska wasn't vulnerable there.
Another face-off win by Rantanen. Sarajärvi plays it out on the other side. Rantanen out there to have a couple centermen for the face-off back in their own zone. And he did his job. He won it. The first period comes to an end. So Slovakia jumps into a 2-0 lead. Kakinen in nets for Finland. And a power play goal by Aho cuts the lead to 1.
.ca Hockey Hotel.
Hey guys, you know the drill. Cabby Kate, visit Expedia.ca/Hockey Hotel, and you could win a trip here to Cancun.
Because hockey's better at the beach.
Every year, players compete for a chance to play at Canada's National Midget Championship, the TELUS Cup. As the biggest fans of Canada's biggest game, TELUS is helping the hockey stars of today and tomorrow. Visit hockeycanada.ca/TELUS Cup.
Intermission time. Brian Mudryk, Dave Reed. That was an intense 20 minutes of hockey. I don't think Slovakia got the memo. It's Teemu Selanne night. You can't spoil that, can you? Now, they didn't start very strong. It took about 7 minutes to get their first shot on goal. But Slovakia, a power play goal, and they jump out to a 2-0 lead. It took some time, but they were pretty dominant at times.
They were at times. It started with Finland being the dominant team, and then Slovakia realized, hey, we've got to get ourselves engaged in this game. And the way you have to do that against Finland is you have to initiate contact. And it was Slovakia taking some big hits early on. This is pretty much in one shift. Give Slovakia credit. They came right back. They were the ones initiating contact. The referee goes over after this big shift and says, okay, guys, enough of this late hit. Immediately, and that's a bad call. That was a boarding penalty. That was a terrible call. Didn't really matter. While Finland's shorthanded and they allowed 3 power play goals against Russia last game that cost them the game, Slovakia scores their first goal on a bad call in a game that was being dominated by Finland. Slovakia gets the first one. Then there's a face-off win. Radovan Bondar goes to the net, banks in off him. Now it's 2-0. Now Slovakia has control of the game, but give Finland credit. They were able to battle back in this period. Excellent first period.
You really hope that Soppinen's okay as well, because that was a gruesome-looking knee injury. It was twisted in the wrong way. Maybe that took some wind out of Finland's sails. Regardless, they bounce back. They do get a goal. It's a very entertaining hockey game. It is Teemu Selanne night. What a great night as they honor number 8. He is the great 8 in Finland. We will hear from Teemu Selanne right after the break.
Road to the RBC Cup is a long one. As a premier marketing partner of Hockey Canada, RBC supports teams in their quest to reach Canada's National Junior A Championship. For more information, visit hockeycanada.ca/RBC Cup.
Teemu Selanne had his number 8 retired in a ceremony honoring one of the greatest hockey players Finland has ever produced. Selanne is the highest scoring Finnish-born player in NHL history. He was the first player to capture the Rocket Richard Trophy. In 2007, he won his only Stanley Cup with the Anaheim Ducks. The 45-year-old Helsinki-born legend played in 6 Olympic Games. He is the all-time leading scorer in Olympic hockey as well.
Earlier you had your jersey retired in Anaheim, so what does this moment mean to you to be honored by Finland?
Well, obviously those 2 places have been most important for me, Anaheim Ducks and Finnish national team. Great memories, and I had a chance to play with a long time with the Finnish national team. That's always been a happy place for me, and very honored to be able to play for so long time for Team Finland. And what a great night overall. It was. I can share that with my all important people in my life and the fans. It was a great night.
So what does it mean to be among the greatest players in Finland's history?
Well, obviously it's a big honor. You know, we have a lot of great players from Finland, and even mentioned in the same group with those guys, it's a big honor for me. And you know, it has always been very special to put the jersey on and enjoy this great hockey team.
That was not Mark Masters reporting. For me, kid growing up in Western Canada, 76 goals, rookie season. That was it for me. It was great.
It didn't get any better, did it? And that was a phenomenal season, but it wasn't just one season for Teemu Selanne. Playing against him, he was so fast. Everybody knows that he could score goals and he could shoot, but his speed was as good as anybody's in the game. He could find the openings. He could blow by defensemen on the far side. He could get into the breakaways. I mean, goals are the thing you remember from Teemu Selanne, but a class player and a first-class citizen all the way. Well-deserved honor today.
76 goals in his rookie season. That will never be touched, I don't think. That was unbelievable. He is unbelievable. Very entertaining opening 20 minutes in this hockey game. Slovakia trying to spoil the Teemu party. It's 2-1 through 20. Shots were flying in that first period. How about 28 in total? First period scoring summary brought to you by Chevrolet. Find new roads. Slovakia, 2-1 advantage. They also get their first power play goal of the tournament thus far for the second period. It's Dennis. It's Craig.
Well, and that power play got them into a pretty good lead in this hockey game. It was 2-0 at one time, but Slovakia well-deserved, Craig, for the lead that they have after one period.
Yeah, they certainly were. They get an early power play, and then when you take advantage on the power play, it gets you in front. It gets you able to dictate more of the play, and certainly they were able to do that. A real nice finish. And then they win the face-off. Quick play off the shot, a redirect by Bondra. But while they were good on the scoreboard, they were also really good in the alley. You talk about the street fights. Slovakia was fully engaged. And this is just a few of the hits that they delivered in that first period. And if you want to slow down the Finns and not have them come at you in waves, that's a pretty good way to go about it.
I still look at that hit by Lestan, and I think there should have been a referee's arm go up on that. Kind of left his feet right at the end, and he's a big guy. He's 6'5" as it is, so. But it was a fast period. It was a physical period. And a 2-1 lead for Slovakia as the second period gets going. Jesse Puljujarvi now the outright lead in the tournament scoring. 7 points for him. Alex Nylander of Sweden has 6. Sweden winning earlier today by a score of 5-0. Long shot in. Steered away by Kaapo Kähkönen.
And on that first penalty by Kalapudas, and Dave Reed was talking about the penalty, but in international hockey,
there's a shot save made by Huska.
And in the IIHF along the boards, you can't hit a guy in that position. And so that's the way it is. So it will get called.
Boy, a couple good saves here by Huska early in the period. Polacco takes it wide. Polacco taken to the backboards with some velocity by Niko Nikola. And back into the Slovakian zone. Icing waved off. Koch goes back for it. Boy, this has been a physical affair. Koch. Woo.
See what a day's rest does for everybody?
Yes. Koch dangerously at the side of his net. Had to get away from him. Here comes Kapanen. Kapanen tried to penetrate the Slovakian zone. Could not. Lestan sharp angle. Puts it off the side of the net. And right back up the ice for Niku. Gets to center. Slides it in. Nattinen waiting for it on the near side. Kapanen has it. Nattinen was 7 for 7 in the face-off department in the opening period. Through center ice. Cirella tries to stay with his man. Shot from that right side by Hrusik. Here comes Kapanen, 2-on-1. Kapanen, and boy, did that 2-on-1 close off quickly. Shot from the blue line by Keskitalo, and a good save made by Huska. And Kähkönen is going to hold on to this.
Well, right, a good play, pressure. Here's Kasperi Kapanen, and he's looking to make a play, but looks very indecisive. Puck ends up coming back, and the goaltender makes a pretty good save. And then, you just can't be sloppy with the puck when 9, 29, and 20 are on the ice, because they make you pay, and they know how to make you pay.
Point blank for Aho. Rantanen for Sukal. And grabbed off on the near side, noted center ice. Rantanen plays it ahead. Hintz going after it. Hintz goes wide on Timo Meier. Hintz got knocked down on the play and right back up the ice for Slovakia. Josef Huna leaves it in behind the net. Huna gets it back centered as he was looking in the high slot for Sukal. And he couldn't get a shot away. Sent back down low, controlled by Finland. Off the backboards, sicking and twisting and turning. Oh, there was room, but he couldn't get it to the front of the net quick enough on that wraparound try. Pospisil with that lead pass. Bondra chases it down, but There is going to be, referee is signaling line changes. Offside was the call.
Looks like it's going to be an offensive zone face-off.
Face-off to the left of Kakinen. Juolevi slips it up the boards. Aho going after it, couldn't catch up to it. Sorovi tied his man up, and Chernak takes the puck, leaves it for Koch. Koch with the long lead pass and a good defensive read there by Tulola, and it deflects into the Slovakian bench.
And Slovakia has completed their roster with the addition of number 13, their defenseman Samuel Ivanic. So they had left a spot open, and they filled it with an 8th defenseman instead of a 13th forward.
Cleared around the boards. You wonder if they were waiting for someone in specific or someone specific who might have been banged up. They waited till game 3 of the tournament to finalize that roster. Yarrow stays with his man. Juolevi lets the shot go, looking for a redirect. He tried to put that onto the stick of Sebastian Aho. Aho now in on the forecheck. Yarrows plays it away from him. Polaka gets it to the line no further. Juolevi back down low. The pass in behind Aho. Now at the left point, Tulola swings it all the way around the boards. Juolevi waits for it. Drops it off. Laine. And it got away from him. And back into the finish zone.
Christian Yarhos is going to have his full share of Puljujarvi and Laine.
There's a shot. Good arm save by Huska on the shot by Tulola, and that goes up.
Because that's what Ernest Bokros wants against those two guys. A big, strong defenseman. Here's the shot here by Tulola. But he's big, he's eager, he's willing, he's a competitor.
Yarros with 5 shots on goal coming into this game. Loves to shoot the puck. Ottawa draft pick.
Made the play on the second goal by Bondroff. The shot from the point.
Kapanen. Chernik knocked it away from him. Kapanen goes in after it, along with Siska. Sorello's on the loose puck, pitched it back out the near side. Good play by DQ at the line, and the shot got blocked, gets it again, and the shot got blocked, gets it again. Passes it across to Mikkola. Mikkola plays it down low, gets it back from Nattinen, trying to get it for Sorella, does. Sorella down for Nattinen, in a little tight, in front of the net. Rebound, cleared away. Huska's down, Niku cross ice, and it got tipped. Nattinen is on it, Huska's back up without a goal stick. Cross ice pass, and Kapanen couldn't handle it. Kapanen trying to get away from Koch. Kapanen to the line, and that got away from Niku. Nice pass there through the legs and picked up by Nattinen and sent in. And Huska's going to take the opportunity to go out and retrieve the goal stick. Lost the puck though, and then a centering pass goes off a shin pad. Sariarvi is in from the line. Sariarvi, boy, can he skate. Nattinen, Sariarvi looking for the redirect. Nattinen plays it down low. Rantanen on it. Back to the blue line. Into the high slot, and a quick shot there by Kalaputis, and that went over top the net. Big time pressure here by Finland. Koch plays it around the boards. Sariarvi, and the puck got tied up along the boards. Husick sends it down the ice. They wave off icing. And Sariarvi with Brstinsky all over him. Puck is cleared to center and sent right back in by Morvik. Through center for Rantanen. Gets it. Oh, what a shot there by Hintz, but he put it over top the net. Cleared down the right side, and now a foot race for it. Kuna couldn't drive it to the net.
Nice play by Tulola, coming right back through that lane to make sure there was no passage to the net.
Zariarvi, the Detroit draft pick. Turned over, though. Sorovi couldn't handle it. And this is going to be an icing call against Finland.
Huska without a stick earlier. A little bit of anxious times. And then when the play came out of the zone, here's the play here. A quick play to the net. And Sorella in tight. This is when he ends up losing the stick. And it stayed behind the net for quite some time. And the play cleared the zone. And it wasn't until the puck got shot around that Huska went and picked up his stick.
And then I don't think he realized there was backside pressure coming. And then had to hustle back into his net. Cascatello lead pass to the line and no further as that got knocked away from Sikkonen. And right gapped up the ice for Pospisil. Pospisil trying to split the defense. Pospisil to the backboards with Chilola. And the puck jammed up the boards. Lamico drops it at the line. The wrist shot by Bjorkqvist. And Huska with the glove save, and he will hang on. Slovakia 2, Finland 1. A busload of NHL scouts in this game to watch one of the players, and one of the players they're watching was that man right there, Lyon, who just let that wrist shot go from the high slot. I say a busload, and if they all came in the same bus, it would be a big bus. There's plenty of them here. Puljujärvi, another one they're keeping an eye on. Aho got taken down. Crowd reacted. Play goes on. Offside! Offside! Laine trying to hold it in. Looked like he did hold it in. The linesman yelling offside, so they clear the zone. The play continues. Through center. Sent in, and now play whistle down.
Does it seem like every shot on Kakinen's an anxious moment for him? I'm always leery of goaltenders that don't like continuous play, and I've always felt that about Kaapo Kakinen. He wants the play stop. Movement, somehow he doesn't feel comfortable with it. So stop the puck. I call that an unnecessary whistle. Move the puck, get moving with the play, and we saw the Slovaks score off the face-off.
They're fortunate they have Nattinen because he's been perfect in the face-off circle so far tonight. Kapanen. But of course, that does put a lot of pressure on your centerman. Cross-ice pass off the side of the net. What a pass and what a release. But it missed that short side.
Nattinen missed that. Yeah, great. Alexei Sorella scored 2 goals against the Russians. He's had a big bite of this game. You can see where Jukka Jalonen, says, okay, here's what we need right now. He had that last line of Bjorkqvist. Here's the play coming up here by Nattinen. I mean, he's wide open in front of the net. He comes right in there, shoots it quite wide,
yes.
But great play by Sorella. He's been involved physically. He's delivered some checks.
That didn't just miss.
But the line of Bjorkqvist, Sikkonen, and Lamico gave them a lot of energy, and he split them up during the Russian game, and I think that he wanted to keep them together.
Rantanen drops it back. Ulevi in from the line. Couldn't knock the pass down, though. Huna sends it through. Kristitsky goes after it, cleared away from him. And that goes up into the netting. And is this going to be a penalty?
Yeah, because it's over the glass, right?
Did it tick the glass first,
I don't think it did. I think it went directly out.
Nope, it did go directly out.
So we talk about the blunders, the types of penalties they take. There's just another blunder. Self-inflicted wounds.
Yep. Now, you made the point earlier this week that the glass in this building isn't very high, but it's a rink that I'm sure he's played quite a bit in.
Well, and the rule's the rule, right?
Yes.
Pretty clear cut. It's black and white. Not pretty clear cut. It's black and white. If it's over, it's a penalty.
Second power play of the game. a power play goal. Wrist shot from the line. Kakkonen's got the arm up on that. Controlled by Millie. Good hit there by Ulevi in the corner. That knocks the puck loose. Tolulo turned it over. Oh, what a save! What a save by Kakkonen off of Sukal. And Tolulo, the first one over to say thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Keep those. I'll tell you what, you read the play, and Kakkonen makes an unbelievable save. He's following it, though. You see where he sees now the play might be coming out, and he gets right out to the top of the crease. Great play by Kakkonen there. Excellent.
Great reaction by him to keep this a one-goal game. Power play continues for Slovakia. Shot from that right side by Millie.
The Finnish bench isn't happy because Polacco ran over Kakkonen.
Here comes Nattinen. Banks it off the boards, but Finland was in a change. Niku back in his own zone, pulls away from Polacco. Feeds it ahead. Room down that left side for Sikkonen. Gets in a little deep, and he gets ridden to the backboards hard by Sloboda. Sloboda slowly out of his own zone. Cleared in by Hrusik. Around the boards for Koch. And this will come out at center where Jaros will track it down. 30 seconds left in the power play for Slovakia. Siska mishandled it. Cleared to the line, but not out by Keskatalo. Controlled by Chernik. Down for Siska, back to Chernik, back to Siska, and the shot blocked. As getting in front of that was Ulevi. To the line, and now it does get cleared out. And Sikkonen will send it down the ice.
We talk so much about Puljujärvi and Laine, and rightfully so, but Olli Ulevi is going to be a high draft pick. Talk about efficient defenseman. He is exactly that.
Here's an odd man rush. Kalapudis to the front of the net. Backhand shot, and Huska makes the save as Tolulo, the defenseman, was in. Pass to the front of the net, and that just went wide by Kalapudis. Back at the line. Tolola gets it back, bounced it off a leg to the front of the net. And Koch just content to get rid of it. Puljujärvi for Laine, he'll dump it in. Puljujärvi after it, Chernik is there. Chernik for Pospisil, it's turned over in the corner to Puljujärvi. Plays it back to the line and kind of handcuffed Kokotalo. Now Kokotalo at center, gets bumped off the puck by Pospisil, and the wrist shot from the right side, and by Bondra is grabbed and held.
Well, Adam Huska, after Kakkonen had made a great save on the power play, Adam Huska makes one of his own here as Tolulo jumps into the attack and takes a perfect pass from his teammate and right in alone, and Huska standing tall.
New York Ranger pick. And great numbers in the USHL with the Green Bay Gamblers. Another hit in behind the net that brought a reaction from the crowd. Controlled along the boards. Finland down by one. Puljujärvi from the line. And Huska, as the traffic in front of the net gets cleared out. As Romanchuk there making sure that his netminder can get a good look at that. Now Surovi is nose to nose with Kapanen.
Yeah, it's testy, isn't it?
And I guess maybe it should be.
Nothing wrong with that. But there's Adam Huska with the Green Bay Gamblers. He just made a save on Ville Puljujärvi, who played for the Green Bay Gamblers last year. So that USHL is a really good development league. Central United States, they do a great job. 4 coaches are now in the NHL that are coaching that league. John Cooper, Jeff Blashill, John Hines and Dave Hatchstall.
Turned over at the line. Here comes Kapanen. Looking to drag it. Trying to get around the defenseman. Sloboda could not. He and Kolako pile into the backboards. Sariarvi is in from the line for Kapanen. Kapanen plays it for Nappinen. Nappinen back for Sorella. Kolako all over Sorella. Sorella will leave it there for Kapanen. Sariarvi at the blue line, tees it up and rips it off the leg. Came to the side of the net. And another pile up in front of the net. And the back referee is going to ticket someone for holding.
That was another pretty good save by Adam Huska. He had to follow that puck in, and the puck kind of redirected on him, and he had to get the blocker on it to keep that one. And this is what Sariarvi does for you. You can see it there, and he kicks it to his right. That's really good focus and really good concentration. You can see Husky get set up, and it changes direction. And there it is with the blocker kicked right to the right.
That's a very good save. So Sukel to the penalty box for holding. Finland goes to the power play. Finland's only goal in this game came on the power play. Aho from Puljujärvi and Laine. Power play goal for Slovakia in this game as well. Sukel and Bondra have the goals for Slovakia.
And Huska and Sariarvi were teammates for a brief time last year when Huska joined them late.
Laine with the wrist shot. That was stopped. He was going high, stick side. Juolevi tees it up. That got blocked. His left stand got in front of it. Down for Puljujärvi. Puljujärvi finds Aho. Aho trying to get it back to Puljujärvi. He'll pull it off the backboards. Gets it back. Shot by Juolevi. Rebound score! Sorella in front. Bangs in the rebound. We're tied at 2.
Alexi Sorella has been outstanding in this game. He won the face-off that led to the first goal. Key face-off. You watch how he fights to get to position, and not only get to position, but hold that position. Off the shots, the one-timer from Juolevi up at the point. He comes right back into that front of that net, and he establishes himself there, finds the puck. Great play by Alexi Sorella. That's some high-end skill when you can make plays like that in tight.
Finland gave up a 2-goal lead against Russia the other night. They have come from 2 down in this one, and we're tied. Two power play goals by Finland. So we've talked about their penalty killing struggling a little bit. Their power play is at this point 4 for 10 in the tournament. Kalapudis for Nantonen for Rantanen. Back for Kalapudis. Blue line shot, Kiscatello. Rantanen deflected that in front, and it got cleared. Chases it to the backboards. Kalapudis is on it, looking for Rupe Hintz. Kalapudis tight turns, tries to bring it to the front of the net, stays on it. Good puck control there by Kalapudis. Down for Rantanen. Rantanen gets rubbed out into the backboards. The hit by Sukel, and it's back out at center. Back in for Hintz, drives it wide, and then tried to get that puck onto the stick of Rantanen. Good burst of speed there by Hintz.
I don't think Rantanen was expecting that pass, but again, Hintz and Rantanen have been excellent in this game.
Finland back in on the attack. Bjorkqvist tried to find an open man, couldn't. Bjorkqvist tracks this down. Sariarvi back in his own zone, watched by Bondra. Off a shin pad. Deflected in. Lemiko goes after it. In behind the net for Sikkanen. Bjorkqvist now on the back check. Tried to knock that puck loose. And Morvacek will dump it into the Finland zone for Slovakia. Surovi leaves it for the defenseman. Bounces around at the line. cleared in. That hit a shin pad. And now grabbed off by Niku. Good quick move there by Niku, who got away from a hook. Sent in by Lemiko. Bjorkqvist waits for it around the boards. Bjorkqvist in a good battle with Ivanich. Natman for Kapanen. Kapanen trying to drive it to the short side. Battered away, but Finland stays on it. Tulola. Shot from the line, and that gets blockered away.
Closed captioning is brought to you by the Home Depot. For the ultimate power play, come to the place with top brands at unbeatable prices. Let's do this.
Well, the shots were 17-11 in the opening period for Finland, and Finland has put its share of pucks to the Slovakian net here in the second period. Kapanen back. There's another save by Huska. And that was a good save off of Nantonen on a nice setup by Kapanen. Sorella in front of the net looking for Nantonen, deflected away. Kept in at the blue line, though. Good play there by Tulola. Sent down low. Off the backside and off the goalpost. Uelevi delayed and then jumped into the hole.
Got a perfect pass from Kasperi Kapanen.
There has been some chances for Finland. Puljärvi for Laine, and Huska may have got a piece of that with the blocker. Uelevi cross ice. Laine trying to track it down, but Millie gets there first and clears it. Jaros. For Slovakia delays and then bounces it in.
Good play by Patrick Laine, too, tracking back and not reaching around and getting one of those penalties. Passed them off and play got stopped.
Koch. Bumped on the near side by Puljärvi. Puck cleared out to center. Chernik is on it. At the line, and Tulola steps up and knocks his man down. Siska with the opportunity as he got in behind the Finnish defense. And a quick release by Siska, and Kakkonen with another good save.
Uelevi ends up with an excellent opportunity here. The play goes wide. He starts it all the way around, and then Kapanen ends up with it in the low corner, and he just spots Uelevi stepping in there right off the inside of the bar. What a pass. What a shot, and clearly beats Huska there. Just, what is that, about a quarter inch, maybe more the other way, and it's in.
Yep. So if you had the thinner goalposts that some people have talked about,
I'm for it.
In across for Rantanen.
That would make the net bigger.
Would, by a little bit. Enough for that shot to go in, that last one. Puljärvi out the backboard, score! Rupe hits. And late in the second period, Finland has taken the lead with 3 straight goals.
Finland is really on it. I mean, this is a play off the backboards. We saw the play by Sorella that led to the second goal, getting to that position. Well, Rupe Hintz does a really good job here of getting that puck. It comes back to Puljärvi, and then off the backboards, Rupe Hintz following it in. That's what you got to do. You got to be able to follow the play. You got to be able to get to position, and Rupe Hintz takes full advantage. You can see Huska turn around the wrong way, no chance to get back, and that's just a really good heads-up play by Rupe Hintz.
The initial shot may have been going wide, but it may have gone off a stick, and Huska, perhaps playing a possible deflection, went down and just couldn't get to the other side of the net quick enough. So Finland with 3 straight goals.
Goal from all 3 lines.
Cleared back, and Koch back into his own zone. Koch waiting for it. Chernik. Back for Koch. Lead pass for Radovan Bondra. For Pospisil. Pospisil and Kakinen the save. Chernik the shot from the line. That went wide. Through it all, Kakinen has made some pretty good saves.
None bigger than that one where Tululo coughed it up and he had to explode. And then right after that, Finland finds their way back onto the scoreboard.
Koch into the final half minute now of the second period. 2-1 Slovakia after one, and Finland with 2 unanswered here in the latter stages of the second. And a shot there by Rantanen off a stick and out of play. And Hintz added in front of the net.
Here's the play coming. Here's Pospisil driving the net, and then the puck comes right back and just out of the reach here, and then this is when Finland ends up going the other way.
So a little less nervousness on that Finland bench than what there was at earlier points of this game. Each team has lost a player. Sadecki injured for Finland, or rather for Slovakia. Sopinen injured for Finland. Neither has returned. Lestan gets to center no further. Kapanen in for Netman, and he would have had time for one last shot, but as he went to tee it up, it rolled off the end of his stick. So 2 unanswered goals in the second period by Finland, and Finland up by a score of 3-2 after 40 minutes.
This season, more than 100 teams take to the ice with hopes of playing at Canada's National Female Midget Championship, the Esso Cup. Premier marketing partner of Hockey Canada, Imperial Oil is proud to help the growth of women's hockey across Canada. Visit hockeycanada.ca/Esso Cup.
The Hockey Canada Network is an app that offers coaches, players, parents access to the best information for developing hockey players from your phone, your tablet. Download the app on Google Play or iTunes. Welcome back inside the studio. Let's get you up to date with some housekeeping notes. It was Alexi Sorella, power play goal. He's now tied for the goal scoring lead in the tournament. How about Puljujärvi? 2 points in this hockey game. He is your tournament points leader. I don't know if Teemu Selanne himself went in the dressing room and said, boys, we got to pick it up in that second frame. They certainly did. And maybe early player of the game honors Slovakia goaltending.
No question. Adam Huska has been tremendous. 18 shots in the second period. And he was under siege at times. His teammates were kind of letting the doors open, so to speak, as Finland just pushed the puck to the net. A little desperation mode for Finland, down 1 coming into the second period. Well, they cranked it up, and it was Huska, the only player on Slovakia to really stand up and show anything. He does allow the one power play goal in this one. I think he's a little bit tired. Normally you see the goaltender slide post to post, stay on his knees. He gets up, and he's just too tired to drop. Excellent period by Adam Huska, but not enough, as Finland does score 2, to take the lead into the third period. And this is what you expect out of Slovakia. Good goaltending. They've been a very physical team throughout this game, but they just can't stop the better, more skilled team, Finland.
You know what's scary? Never too early to look ahead, but how good will Finland be next year? A potential 9 returning players, including Puljujärvi, Laine, then Alainen, the goalie who's not starting in this one. How good will they be?
Sebastian Aho, the top line is all eligible to come back. There are 9 players on this team eligible to come back, 6 forwards, 2 defensemen, and a goaltender. And out of those 9, 4 of them are starting on your power play.
Wow.
Not bad.
Never too early to look ahead, right? Of course, the tournament in Canada next year. And speaking of Canada, they're getting ready for their final prelim game. They'll take on Sweden. We have fresh sound from our Finnish correspondent, Mark Masters, next. Our game earlier today, Group B, Belarus, Czech Republic. 8 minutes left in the third. Belarus leading this one 3-2. Spacek shot hits the crossbar. Yuri Smechko jams it inside of the net. That ties the game up at 3. Belarus came out flying in this hockey game, but the Czechs responded late. Radek Vasily beats Kulbakov, your winner, as the Czechs rally for the 5-3 win. Belarus off to the relegation round. Denmark, Sweden. No William Nylander for the Swedes until at least the quarterfinals. They do have brother Alex, though. He's been good. Off a turnover, Adrian Kempe. Oh, that is a shot. And that goal, 6 seconds shy of the record for fastest goal to start a World Juniors. Sweden will take it. Late second, 2-0. Adam Olis Mattsson puts one on net. Tipped in by Oskar Lindblom. It was 3-0 after 40. It wasn't really close. 5-0 your final as Sweden clinches top spot in Group A. Now, as we show you Group A standings, United States in third, but the States 2 games to come. They got Denmark, they got Switzerland. Canada likely to finish second or third in that group. Let's hear from Lawson Crouse.
Sweden's a really good hockey club, and I mean, we played them in exhibition, and we're probably going to be watching some video of exhibition and seeing what we can do, and I mean, getting some of their players down.
We expect another highly skilled, physical game. I think if we look at their brand, they're a big team. They play a physical, skilled game, and we can probably expect much the same.
It's the next matchup, so we got to start being prepared for them, and don't take them lightly.
So, Dave, Sweden tomorrow. Quarterfinals looming. What do you want to see out of Team Canada?
I want to see them play their best. We haven't seen their best in this tournament so far. We've seen glimpses of very good hockey, but we need to see them play their best. The key to this tournament is going to be starting in the quarterfinal. Nothing like warming up against one of the top teams in the tournament, against Sweden. Final preliminary game. Doesn't matter if you win or lose. You have to play your best. Take that into the quarterfinal. Gives you the best opportunity for Canada to medal in this tournament.
It is always tough to defend that gold medal at this tournament. The last country to win back-to-back gold actually was Canada. We'll see if the boys can respond. Just a reminder, Canada, Sweden, Thursday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right across our TSN feeds. You can also listen in on TSN Radio. On the day Finland honors Teemu Selanne, Finland responding. A really strong second period as the young Finns lead by 1. Third period to come from Helsinki. Our second period scoring summary is brought to you by Chevrolet. Find new roads. Hopefully they got some oxygen to Adam Huska. He has been a busy netminder on the ice. Jesse Puljujärvi, you see an assist. He is your tournament points leader. Finland with a 1-goal advantage as we go to the third. Let's go to the guys that will call it. Dennis Bayak and TSN Director of Pocket Squares, Craig Butt.
I'll check your pocket square first. 35 shots on goal for Finland after 2 periods. And Slovakia, we talked about this at the start of the game, whether Slovakia would be able to hang on and play a speed game with them, and it's been difficult for them.
Well, it has, and I think it'll continue that way. But enough of talking about Puljujärvi and Laine. I want to talk about Olli Juolevi. He's going to be a top pick in the NHL draft. He's got an efficiency to him, great mind. This leads to the second goal, the tying goal, a one-timer. And then how he slips in here, and he's got the poise and the presence to get that puck into a shooting position. Defensively, real solid, real stable. There's not an area of the game that Olli Juolevi cannot play in and play it well to help your team.
He has been good in this game. Plays for the London Knights in the OHL, plus 23 on the season.
One of those players, we put a number beside it. Here's the way I look at Olli Juolevi. When he's on the ice, it's a plus for your team.
Delola plays this into the Slovakian zone. Puljujärvi into the slot, a little redirect. Laine gets it back, and the shot from the far side just missed.
I think it hit the post.
As again, early in the period, Finland right on the attack. Here comes Laine again, scores!
That was Puljujärvi. Laine makes the great pass. He gets it off the post, and they retrieve the puck. Make a great job retrieving the puck. And then Puljujärvi jumping into the hole, gets the pass back from Patrik Laine. Okay, we'll start talking about Puljujärvi and Laine again. Okay, sorry. They must have heard me. You don't want to talk about us? Well, we're going to keep. There it is off the pipe. But then look at how hard they go back to retrieve it. Puljujärvi gets it, jumps right back to the hole.
and this one slips through Adam Huska, who has been brilliant. But you talk about everything they do, side to side on the attack, to the net, retrieving the puck. They do it all. Dave Reed and Brian Mudryk, we're talking about next year. These guys are going to be in the NHL. They're not going to be at the World Junior Tournament. They're mature, they're physically mature, they're high-end skilled. Forget it. Toronto, Montreal, you will not be seeing them unless you go watch them in an NHL uniform.
So a big goal for Finland as they extend the lead to 2. And another point for Puljujärvi. 8 now in the tournament. He has the tournament lead.
He's got 3 tonight.
Yes. In the high slot. Shot nuts, rattles off a leg and goes wide. Grabbed off in behind the net.
I think they credit it to Aho. I wonder if he shot, if he got a deflection on it.
Loose puck in front. There was a bit of a knuckle puck that came in on Huska. Take
Here it
another
is,
look at
here
it.
it comes in, and there's Aho going to the net here. It never hits Aho. Never hits Aho. That is clearly Puljujärvi's goal.
There's where they may have thought that Aho poked it in, but it was across the line before Aho jammed it in. So
official scoring brought to you by Dennis Bayak.
There you go. Exactly. We've got the replays. Out at center, Rantanen grabbed off on the play, and Hintz trying to get it down low. Slovakia down by a couple here in period number 3. Cleared all the way out through center ice. Back into the Finland zone it goes. And another injured player for Slovakia as Josef Huna is very slow to make his way to the Slovakian bench.
Well, you talked about the speed, and it's not just the speed, it's the pace they play at. They're quick moving the puck up, big hit there.
Big hit, and Romanchuk is going to go to the penalty box for the hit. Shot from a sharp angle. Finland. Lamiko in there as well, looking for a loose puck. And a big hit at center ice, and Romanchuk will go to the penalty box.
He's calling it a check to the head. And we're going to see it right here as he steps up. It looks like as he comes through there that he does make contact with the head. No question about it, so that's 2 and 10.
The argument for Slovakia will be that he was bent over, but we could see on that replay.
No, you cannot hit the head in international hockey.
Clearly there.
You can't do it.
There was direct.
You cannot make contact with the head. And if it's deliberate, it's 5 and you're out of the game. In this case, it's 2 and 10. They protect the head.
Third power play of the game.
And quite frankly, I think we should have that rule in the NHL. I think we need to protect the head. I know there's been great strides made. I think we got to do a better job of it, and I would like to see that as a first step. 10-minute misconduct for any hit to the head.
Well, we just
on the accidental one. I just think I don't.
Centered up front, Puljujärvi lets the shot go, rebound, score! Puljujärvi with the shot. Might have been Sorella that stuffed it in off the backside. Aho was there as well. And Finland has taken a commanding 3-0 lead with their third power play goal of the night.
Wow, they're in command of this game. Again, on the attack as they move up the ice. I mean, again, they're dangerous as they move through the neutral zone. And then just a great pass here. And you can see Puljujärvi, you know, as he twists and turns. Nobody's really sure how this gets in, but Sorella makes a good play. And as you see the puck get turned around, but
Ewan Levy was the one that put it to the net.
I think it was Aho that ended up on the backhand, but Puljujärvi's going to get an assist because he ended up redirecting it. That's a 4-point night for Puljujärvi.
Timeout being called by Slovakia as Finland with 2 in the latter stages of the second, 2 in the early going here in the third, and this is a 4-1 game.
Well, you asked me earlier about the speed, and yes, there's speed. Here's the play as it comes around, and it goes off a Huska stick right to Uelevi, who's ready for it, and then you see Aho come in and clean it up again, and coming right through the top, and fully aware of where the puck is and where the play is, and you can see Uelevi. It goes off of the stick of Puljujärvi, and then Aho picks it up on the backhand. But it all started with the little deflection of the pass by Huska, but Uelevi, again, all over it, ready to take advantage. Really smart player is Uelevi. So now back to the speed. They play at a pace. And this game, they played with a tremendous amount of intensity and real purposeful intensity. They have worn down the Slovaks.
Fell behind 2-0, Finland did. And they've now scored 5 straight. 5-2 through center ice for Surovi. Long shot, there you go. Kakinen caught that, dropped it, play goes on. Rantanen. Wrist shot, and that is off a stick and over top the net. Niku holds it in, sends it to the front of a goal that got blocked. Kalapudis walks it in, sends it to the goal line. Rantanen spins off a check. Rantanen stays on it, centers. Never got through. Rantanen back to the line, and now another injured player, and this is going to be a slashing call as Pospisil down in front of the net. And a little bit of a retaliation by Rupe Hintz.
It was, no question about it. And Anisimov, the referee, he wasn't going to be fooled by it. Pospisil knocks him down and then gives him the whack behind the legs. And I mean, it's hard to believe with that 12-gauge hockey stick how easily Pospisil went down.
Deflected. Stayed down. Off the boards, kept in at the blue line. Third power play of the game for Slovakia, and they are in need of something to get themselves back in this game. Healing to the line. The shot blocked in front of the net. Cleared to the blue line, but not out. Timo Meier waiting for it again. But it is going to be Sukel with the shot scramble in front, and that gets gobbled up by Lemico, and he'll float this down the ice.
Nice play by Lemico, too. Settling things down and figuring out where the open ice was and then clearing the puck.
Huska finds Sukel. Back for Mealy. As the power play goes to work, Siska, Mealy, back for Timo Meier. Back for Mealy, walks it in. That shot got blocked as Mikkola went down to one knee and blocked it. Jaros waiting for the pass on the far side, ready to just blast it. It never did get to him, though. Mealy plays it back to the line. Now it comes across for Jaros. Back for Meier. Quick shot, that got blocked. Sikkinen getting in front of that. Mealy the shot, and that got blocked. Talola got in front of it. Or Niku, rather. Niku now to the backboards. Boy, a lot of shot blocks here, and there's another one that gets steered away. Myers after it. Mealy plays it behind the net, and there's another penalty coming. As Polacco got knocked from behind into the boards. Cross-ice pass deflected. Score! There was a delayed penalty coming to Mikkola. It is now 5-3 with the power play goal.
Well, you know, it's unbelievable. Mikkola definitely, that's going to be a penalty. And then the Slovaks, they want to continue to make a play. And a lot of people say, oh, give them the puck. Well, they decided that they wanted to make a play, and they get rewarded for it.
So the penalty with 13 seconds left will remain.
Right, and the delayed one.
The delayed one gets wiped out.
And you remember how the penalty, how they ended up on that power play, right?
Yep.
Another offensive zone penalty, slash behind the leg. I mean, if Jukka Jalonen is going to do anything, he's going to tell his players, enough. Like, not remind them, enough is enough is enough. You cannot play like that and take those kinds of penalties and expect to win hockey games.
There's still 14 and a half minutes left to go here in the third period.
And it's the full 2. The 13 goes off, the first penalty, and you don't get a reprieve on the second one. It becomes a full 2 minutes.
Ah. I stand corrected on that one. So a power play continues for Slovakia.
And again, that play by even Mikkola, the guy's got his back to you and you give him the cross check. Like, what do you think? You got 2 referees that they're not going to call it?
Koch for Chernik. Chernik sends this rink wide and beyond the reach of Juraj Siska. And this will be an icing call against Slovakia. So a huge kill.
Alernas Bokrosh called a timeout, to try to get his team settled down. And, believe it or not, after being really badly outplayed for the second period and certainly here into the third, a goal on the power play, it's a 1-goal game.
Well, the point you make about the penalties, Finland already lost a game against Russia where they had the lead, ran themselves into penalty trouble. Cleared out through center. Kilolo plays it back into the Slovakian zone, and Koch will retreat. Koch sends this up the middle. Lestan will snap it in. Kakkonen, look out, off the glass and down the ice. Koch in full flight. Lead pass. Sukel cuts wide, carries in on the man advantage. Tried to leave it at the blue line, and he got knocked out to center ice.
Nice play by Rupe Hintz to force that play into an area where the Slovaks had nowhere to go and got closed off.
Sloboda couldn't get anywhere. Sends it down.
Right here.
And now up and offside called against Slovakia. 24 seconds left in the minor penalty.
Certainly Finland not allowing any easy entry into their zone on the Slovak power play. Getting up in the neutral zone, confronting them in front of the blue line.
Cleared back out at center. Sloboda fires his cross ice. And Jaros skates it in. Jaros drops it back. Radovan Bondra trying to get it to the front of the net. That got blocked. Good defensive play there by Juolevi. Bondra down to the goal line. It's off the stick of Pospisil. Pospisil centers, and Sarovi couldn't make contact. Shot by Bondra got blocked. Power play over. Bondra on the loose puck. Tried to get it down to Pospisil. And Sikkonen plays it back and grabbed off by Mikkola.
Juolevi with 2 big shot blocks.
To the line and out. Boy, Finland has blocked a lot of shots in this game. Jaros carries in. Pospisil trying to between the legs centering pass. Sarovi back to Jaros, and he ripped that one. And that is deflected up. Faceoff will stay in the Finland zone. 5-3 Finland. Safe to say the greatest hockey player to come out of Finland, Teemu Selanne, had his number retired here at Hartwall Arena earlier tonight. Terrific ceremony. He was on the ice, had his skates on, had his full equipment on, and there's a save by Kakkonen. He'll hang on, and a lot of his former Finnish teammates on hand for a very good ceremony.
Yeah, you see, boy, national team jersey retired, automatic Hall of Famer.
Through the middle of the ice, chance and a big save off of Kapanen. Rebound, Kapanen goes after it for Rantanen. Huska, how big will that save be? We'll see. Down low, Kapanen Kapanen has it again. Back at the line. Kistolena lets the shot go wide. Sariarvi trying to hold it into the far side, does, but only briefly. And now it's cleared right back in. Cross ice pass, and Harleychuk was in a pretty good spot to shoot the puck. Cleared away from the front of the net. Through some traffic, save made as Ivanic lets the wrist shot go.
Defensive zone face-offs usually don't result in clear-cut breakaways, but Kapanen takes right off and blows through there, showing off his speed. And boy, could have he used the goal there. You know, he's had some real good chances in this game. He's played with a real direct approach, and he's been involved in a lot of critical areas throughout the game, and that's where you're hoping as a coach that he does get rewarded.
Kapanen with the AHL with the Marlies. Tallulah, cross ice. Oh, there's a solid Joe Pospisil with a good shoulder check there on Uelevi. Uelevi snapped, almost ended up in the bench. Back at his own end. Back up the ice through center. Tallulah sends it in. Around the boards and cleared. Keeping an eye on Uelevi as he makes his way back to the Finland bench. Appears to be all right. Nikola plays it around the boards. Siska trying to hold it in. Can't, and it's back out at center ice. Left stand hustles to clear the zone. Husek carries in. He is stripped of the puck. Another lead pass. Here comes Hintz. Sharp angle looking for that far side. And the top corner was open, but he couldn't find it.
Sloboda was chasing him, and he didn't have a stick.
Back in for Siska. Chopped away from Yaros. And maybe another odd man rush. In fact, another break. Rantanen delays. And Huska the save off of Rantanen.
Well, here's a real good play. Hintz slows it down, and then Rantanen, little look, stop, let him slide by. Good save by Huska, but here's the earlier chance here. But Rantanen now returns the favor. He just misses wide. Well, he didn't return the favor because that was the first chance. Hintz returned the favor.
3 breakaways, or at least partial breakaways, here in the last few minutes.
Huska's under siege.
He's made 2 big saves, and Hintz missed the net when he was looking for that top side. Velako. Chernik is there. Kept in by Sariarvi. Bjorkqvist waits for it to get to him. Plays it all the way back. Lamiko plays it to the line. Sariarvi the shot. Bjorkqvist the redirect, and then tried to stuff it. And Huska down on the short side. Mealy gets bumped in the play by Nattinen.
There's a real brilliance to Sariarvi. He just kind of gives you a look, and the guy goes that way, and then he gets it to the net. Sergei Zubov, he did it the best. He was with our Stanley Cup team, and he was the Stanley Cup team with the Rangers, but he was unbelievable. He'd just give you a little look, and then the lane would open up, and you go, okay, next time, okay, I'm not going to fall for it. Next time you fell for it. It's a real skill to be able to fake and use deception, and that's why I feel so confidently about Billy Sariarvi's ability to really have an impact at the National Hockey League level.
Detroit draft pick. We've talked about him quite a bit. Last year we were raving about Dylan Larkin at the World Junior, and wow, what a year he's having.
Yes.
Ivanic plays it down into the corner. Sorella, who's had a very good night for Finland. Finland trailed in this game 2-0 in the opening period. Bondra lets the long shot go. Hakkinen steers it away. Sorella up the boards, but Pospisil keeps it. Sorella then got dumped by Bondra. Puck is pitched out at center ice. Here comes Kapanen again. Kapanen to the short side, and Huska takes that one up high and hangs onto it.
Well, again, we talked about Kasper Kapanen. He's been very good in this game. In fact, he's been excellent. He battles here. He uses his speed, then uses his body, and he gets a lean in. Doesn't really get good leverage on a shot, but you keep getting chances like that, you keep playing with that type of focused determination, you'll get rewarded.
44 shots, and that one goes in. Lyonen rips this one off the face-off, and it is 6-3, Finland.
Do you know why I don't have to talk about Puljujärvi, Aho, and Laine? Because their play speaks for itself. They're brilliant.
Laine.
What a face-off there by Aho. And just the ability to take that puck, put it in a position where you can take advantage. I mean, Huska's out. He's moving. He reads the play. But good goal scorers can beat a goaltender. And sometimes there's nothing a goaltender can do. It's like a pitcher in baseball. Sometimes you make a good pitch and the guy still hits it out of the park. Not all of them. In fact, very few can do it. But when you're talking the elite level skill of Patrick Laine, Jesse Puljujärvi, they're the ones that can.
Laine pulled it back, put it on a tee for himself, and then just ripped it. You're right. Huska was out trying to cut down the angle. Stolen at center ice by Puljujärvi. Penalty coming. Laine tried to get it to Aho. Play whistle down, and now a little bit of extra action. Power play for Finland when we come back. Well, Patrick Laine having a chuckle on the bench, and why not? His team is up by 3. There's a look at the penalty.
Well, Puljujärvi's in great position, and he creates the turnover, and then he drives. He's not waiting, he's driving, and draws the penalty.
Kapanen. Puljujärvi gets that return feed, doesn't shoot it. Now he does. Huska the save, and he hangs on as Kalapudis and Puljujärvi played some give and go. Here's a look at the smooth skating Puljujärvi.
Smooth thinking also.
Head up all the time. Hints out to take the face-off. Surovi gets waved out of the face-off circle. For Slovakia, face-off win for Finland. Kapanen tees it up. What's the shot? Go, scores! Of all the chances he's had that didn't go in, he was in a good scoring position, and it hits somebody, finds its way into the net, and another power play goal for Finland.
You see what he does? He goes off the shoulder, he says, get rid of that monkey.
Yeah.
I love it. He knows he's done well enough here to be able to have more goals, and I love it here. Look at him, he knows. Gets it off the skate and gets it pointed towards the net. That is certainly a relief, and certainly in this game, Kasper Kapanen has earned that break.
Partially blocked, not enough. And Kapanen, the Pittsburgh Penguin draft pick, traded to Toronto, and the night will be over for Huska.
Huska was brilliant.
Yes,
I mean, there's only so much a goaltender can do, and he did everything in his power.
Stanislav Skorbanek into the net now for Slovakia to probably block this one up, as it's a 7-3 game. Back for Kapanen, looking for more, and it's almost like it's still a power play. Slovakia running out of gas here a little bit in the third period. In fact, it probably started earlier.
I think the tank's empty, Dennis. I think that, you know, that the Finns have just worn them right down.
And they've got the short turnaround.
Well, here's Kapanen, who has been really strong in this game, and absolutely he's feeling that a lot of the great chances he's had don't go in, and that one goes in, and there he is. Watch this. Here, take that, monkey. See ya.
Yeah. Don't come visit me anymore.
What do they call a monkey in Finnish? I'd love to know. I don't know.
I'm not sure. We found out what Huey, Dewey, and Louie was. We'll get right on that with one of our interpreters. Cleared cross ice. Koch will play it for Chernik, and Chernik will send it in.
So monkey in Finnish is apina.
There you go.
I think that's close enough. So he got the apina off the shoulder, off his back.
Well done. At the line, trying to hold the line was Ivanich. Can't do it. Sikkanen ahead for Bjorkqvist. Bjorkqvist will circle back. Both these teams will play tomorrow. Slovakia will play Russia in the 4 o'clock or the 2 o'clock game. Turned over in front of the net, and then Czech Republic and Finland will play in the evening game. Here comes Puljujärvi. Drops it for Aho, and that shot just wide, short side. Sarjevski doesn't hold it in.
Closed captioning is brought to you by The Home Depot. With top brands at unbeatable prices, there's no better place to score the tool you really want. Let's do this.
So this will move Finland to 6 points. Czech Republic will have 7. And those two will meet tomorrow night. Sweden winning earlier today over Denmark. They have clinched top spot. And USA over Switzerland by a score of 2-0. And that's midway through the opening period. So unlike last night when Switzerland fell behind 2-0, they have the lead in this one. Here comes Pospisil. Pospisil takes it wide, couldn't get it to the net. Put off the boards. Laine got hit there by Sarovi. Puljujärvi's after it. Bondra gets there ahead of him. Grabbed off. Aho couldn't do anything with it. Pospisil back for Sarovi. Sarovi being watched. And that puck comes loose for Niku. Niku got rocked to the sideboards by Pospisil. And Kosketalo will take it behind his own net, under 4.5 left to go in this one. So Finland's offense that we saw opening night in their 6-0 win goes to work again tonight and has a 7-3 lead.
And it was pretty good against Russia,
yes.
save for those self-inflicted wounds. And, you know, you start to think about Finland, 6 goals, 4 goals, and now 7. They couldn't score, but their lives depended on it last year in the World Junior. And now they're a scoring machine. 2 17-year-olds leading the tournament in scoring right now. Jesse Puljujärvi at the top, Patrick Laine just behind him.
They've been good. Rupe Hintz back into his own zone. Juolevi takes it all the way back. Left stand is giving chase. Puljujärvi pulls away, or rather Juolevi pulls away, gets in across the line, and the quick wrist shot goes off a stick and up into the netting. So good rush there by Olli Juolevi.
3-zone defenseman. Excellent positionally, defensively. Understands where he has to be to get the puck, to negate opponents, and he can move the puck quickly out of the zone. Transition, he can get the play moving the other way. He can break up plays in the neutral zone. Offensively, I don't think he's going to be a prolific offensive player, but he's going to be a real effective one because he knows how to move the puck around. Great vision, great poise with the puck, so he'll contribute in that area.
Sweden now up by a score of 3-0, so, or rather U.S. up on, in their game, up by a score of 3-0 on Switzerland.
Which makes the Canada-Sweden game moot.
At the line for Natman, got away from him. So it would be Sweden 1, USA 2, and
Canada 3, but
Canada
Switzerland
3.
and Denmark clearly behind.
Bounces around at the line.
Unless you think USA could lose to Denmark.
Well,
we'll know.
I guess stranger things have happened.
Yeah. We'll know prior to the Canada game,
Yes.
but I just don't think that Denmark will upset or even come close to upsetting the U.S., so that pretty much locks Canada into the third spot.
And a win by Russia tomorrow afternoon would lock up top spot for them on this side, and then that would leave the second game and the final game tomorrow night in this building, a battle for second and third between Czech Republic and Finland.
And to determine Canada's likely quarterfinal opponent.
Correct. Sariarvi score! Blast from the line. Bjorkqvist may have tipped it in front. And it is 8-3 for Finland as the building starts to vacate.
Well, Billy Sariarvi, here's the play coming up the ice, and just a perfect play. Yes, that's Uelevi. He gets the play up into the offensive zone, goes off the ice, so he's not even on the ice for this goal. But when you watch Sariarvi at the point, again, ability to fake, just get out of my way. There's the goal. It's just unbelievable. There's the fake. Oh, you'll just slide right past the shooting lane. And that's what Sariarvi does.
And a good tip in front.
And if he can be half the player of Sergei Zubov, the Red Wings have a top-end player.
Well, a couple of their scouts in the building tonight. They'll have a little smile on their faces.
As they should.
Sorobi plays it for Lestan. Lestan in on Sariarvi, plays it deep. Aho going after it, kept in at the line, wrist shot. That goes off a leg and wide and taken by Puljujarvi. He gets bumped on the far side. Puljujarvi gets knocked down, races back to the line. But it is kept in deep by Slovakia. Romanchuk at the right point turned it over. Puljujarvi back with Aho and Laine. Laine back in front. Oh, what a setup, but Puljujarvi couldn't finish it off. Laine stopped in the corner and snapped off the boards and cleared by Bondra. Back in Kristinski. Lays it off in the corner for Siska. Long shot from Chernik. And Kakkonen is going to grab that and hang on to it.
Yeah, I mean, siege. That's the only thing I can really say here about the Slovaks. But this is a really good defensive play. You can see the play just comes back to Puljujarvi, and Mayer just turns his stick around and deflects it just enough where Puljujarvi can't get a stick on it.
1:08 left in this one. Chernik, wrist shot, and another save by Kakkonen. And we'll have another face-off. So the round robin will come to an end tomorrow. No games on New Year's Day. And then the quarterfinals will get going. Chernik back in his own end for Slovakia. Slovakia led 2-0 at one time in this game. Shot from that far side. And that got kicked out by the right pad of Kakkonen. And this gets deflected up and cleared away. Back out of center, Husik waiting for it. Never did get to him as Sami Niku stepped up to break the play up. Puck is after it, banks it off the boards for Chernik. And the fans, it's been a good night for them. Teemu Selanne's number put up to the rafters. And their home team started slowly, but the two in the back part of the second period, and then the two at the front part of this third period put this one away, and Finland wins it 8-3.
18 goals in 3 games. dominant offensively. Clean up the needless penalties. And this is a team that's certainly one of the ones that's more than capable of competing for the gold medal. No question about it.
Well, so we can pick up the conversation that we started on day one, where the general feeling was that this tournament was wide open to be won by a lot of different teams.
No question, and you know, it'll be interesting now for the Czechs to see how they can put themselves back into that conversation, because I don't think they're in that conversation right now, and I'll be straightforward. I don't think Canada is either. I think the U.S., Sweden, Finland, and Russia right now have separated themselves, maybe some by a little bit more than another, but I think Canada and Czech, with games tomorrow, Canada versus Sweden, Czech versus Finland, those are real tests to see where they're at going into the quarterfinal.
The best player of each team will be awarded by Remington, partner of the 2016 IIHF World Junior Championship. Slovakian ja Suomen palkinnot jakaa. The prizes for Team Slovakia and Team Finland is presented by Teppo Numminen.
You talk about efficient defensemen?
Yes.
That was one of the most efficient defensemen that ever played.
Slovakian paras pelaaja, best player of Team Slovakia, number 12, Juraj Mili.
The best player for Slovakia was Adam Huska.
Yes.
Congratulations to Juraj Mili, but
best player of Team Finland, number 20, numero 20, Sebastian Aho.
Sebastian Aho gets the Player of the Game award for Finland. Quick thought on Czech Republic. If they're healthy and they can get everybody in the lineup, they've got a forward group that will compete. It's more skilled than Slovakia.
Yes, I do believe that.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of winning team Finland.
The 2016 IIHF World Junior Hockey Championship from Helsinki, Finland is brought to you by Esso. The Esso brand has fueled Canada's love of hockey for over 30 years. By RBC, let nothing get in the way of your someday. By Nike, official gear of Canada's national hockey team. And by TELUS, the biggest fans of Canada's biggest game. The 2016 IIHF World Junior Hockey Championship from Helsinki, Finland is brought to you by Chevrolet's new Power of Play hockey program.
On the night they honored Teemu Selanne's number, Team Finland honoring him with an outstanding performance. 8-3, the final score. Unbelievable performance. And a comeback victory for Finland. Hard to believe that, but it's true. It's time for the mostly Canadian game story. Anything for hockey. Jesse Puljujärvi, he is the story of this tournament so far. He's got 3 goals, 7 assists. How about the shots? 48-28. It is hard to believe that Slovakia was up 2-0 at one point in this hockey game. Time to wrap things up in our TSN studio. Brian Mudryk joined by Dave Reed. Wow. One thing is certain, this top line for Finland, absolutely dynamic, and they'll be a force to be reckoned with in the quarterfinals.
I'd say you could maybe look at this game and say it was 8 for 8. 8 goals for Finland for number 8 as they had Teemu
Look at you.
Selanne. Amazing how everything just rolls together. But absolutely, this top line for Finland, boy, oh boy, 5 goals in the third period, 4 power play goals. They could do no wrong. They're big, they're strong. This is a perfect example of you could do no wrong. These are plays you draw up on the board that don't usually work unless you're in practice with nobody against you. Too easy for Finland, and that's just the skill level that the big line. Jesse Puljujärvi, fantastic game. Patrick Laine, Sebastian Aho. These 3 young players look like pros playing against boys at times against Slovakia. Give Finland a lot of credit. They were down 2-0 at one point in this game, even though they were playing Slovakia. They just stayed with their game. They're a big team. They're physical. Their skills started to show through in the third period. That's what you call wearing your opponent down. Great job by Finland. They are going to be a force. 18 goals for in 3 games right now.
Puljujärvi's been a fantastic story now. 10 points. He leads the tournament. Sebastian Aho now has 7 points. Everyone was putting up points for Team Finland. Let's update you now. You're just joining us. The rest of today's action. It was the Czechs beating Belarus 5-3. 5-0 Sweden over Denmark. USA all over Switzerland. Wow. 5-0 in the first. That's on TSN 1, 3, and 5. So you can tune in and watch that right now. Updating now, Group B standings. So Russia on top at this point. They have 8 points. Czech Republic 7. Finland picking up 3 points there. Belarus, we know this for sure. They will play in that relegation round, so Slovakia will play in the quarterfinals. As for Group A, Canada will likely finish 2nd or 3rd in the group. United States, man, they're looking good to pick up 3 points. They will hop into 2nd place. They also have Denmark and Switzerland closing out, and as we just told you, they're beating up on the Swiss right now. So not looking good there if you're a fan of Team Canada. Teemu Selanne, take a bow. What a great night for him. Number goes up. He won a Stanley Cup, that rookie season with the Jets. And what a way to honor him. A massive win for Finland. On behalf of Dave Reed, myself, our crew here at TSN, thanks for watching the World Juniors.